You know, when I look back at the past 7 years, it's just been amazing. You know, it's been the absolute time of my life.
You know, Nate Dooley has always, he's always been willing to be an entertainer, and I think that's always come first with Nate. Ensuring that the fans are thoroughly entertained is his top priority, more than probably anyone in EPW.
A lot of guys come through, we've got a lot of great talkers in EPW, but the thing is, the ultimate package as a character, that's what Nate Dooley is.
But Nate Dooley is someone who, when I started out as a wrestler, would be one of the guys on the show who I'd really like to see his match, because he always put on an entertaining show.
Nate Dooley is the mouthpiece of EPW. He, no matter what, will always promote EPW, and he always has. EPW has been #1 for him.
A lot of backbone for EPW, a lot of support. He's like the support bra of EPW, and you know, us other wrestlers, we're the bosom that is supported by him.
He is the epitome of EPW, heart, soul, sweat and tears.
He's just one of the best characters that EPW has. He's just puts it all out there. He makes an ass of himself, but it works. He does it very well.
He has so much heart and so much spirit that I can't imagine there being an EPW as strong as it is now without the passion that he put into it and all the hard work and dedication that he's delivered over the years.
He was the guy who got me into wrestling. He's the reason I'm here, the reason I even heard about EPW.
My favourite Nate Dooley moment, it was when Nate was coming back from being banished from EPW just before the Uprising EPW match, and when he came back into the ring and started swinging around his Vagrant hat. That's the best moment I've ever seen with Nate, because that moment gave me chills up my spine.
When Nate Dooley and Azazel squared off when they were fighting for control of EPW, that was just one of those moments where every person was behind Nate Dooley and just wanted to see him succeed, and it just shows the charisma that he has.
Be watching him pour feathers all over Rick Sanders, and then after the show, which not many other people saw, watching him then clean the floor of the rec centre.
Reawakening Street Fight Uprising versus EPW. The splash off of the ladder.
Being down on the floor and looking up at Nate standing at the top of the ladder, and taking that one long look around at the crowd before he dove off there and crashed through that table, that was just, it really was a special moment. From day one, Jimmy Payne established himself as the best wrestler in EPW, and I don't think anything's ever really changed.
Jimmy, I think, is the benchmark of EPW. If anyone's really wanting to be the best, look at Jimmy.
He's a guy you can throw into any match and it'll be good, any show, and it'll make the show good.
Jimmy Payne is the main event in EPW. For years he's been up the top, topping each match with better match after better match, and he is the guy that we've always depended on to make sure EPW has the quality of shows we put forth.
Jimmy Payne is he's a guy that you can count on to get the job done. He's a guy who always pulls through, no matter how the show goes or no matter how anyone else's matches are. You always know he's going to have a good match.
He was the main draw when we started, so he's the guy that people came to see, and I think he helped EPW grow because of that.
Some groups pushed more towards sports entertainment, and some groups pushed towards high flying or whatever. I think no wrestler epitomizes EPW's wrestling style and what EPW is about in the ring more than Jimmy Payne.
Because you could put anyone else in the ring and say, go out and have a match, and as long as they're in there with Jimmy, they would have a match. If they're in there with anyone else, they would look like a llama choking to death. Because if they were in there with Jimmy, they would be having 5-star matches. You could put him in the ring with a broom and he would get a 5-star match out of it.
Jimmy's always been there to push me further. If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be as good as I am in the ring. I wouldn't be as confident in the ring.
Jimmy's just an all-round talented guy. He's a guy that's just, he's got it. And he brings that, and you can see by every guy that he has a match with, he really does bring the best out of them.
Best Jimmy Payne moment would probably be when Jimmy Payne and David Storm went one-on-one, best 2 out of 3 falls, and the crowd was so divided. The Jimmy Payne army and all the Stormtroopers, and Jimmy Payne, when he took out that match, it was just incredible. It's one of those moments that's just etched in my mind, and I'll never forget the feeling in that building.
Happened recently, and it was quite simply when he went for the gore against that door and went straight through it and left the door in pieces. It was brilliant.
When he gored me through the table.
Favourite Jimmy Payne moments definitely his matches with early matches like Evolution with Storm.
I don't think anyone's ever been more deserving of getting the chance to wear the belt and represent the company, and to have him be able to stand up on the ropes with the belt and be there in front of his friends and family and everyone who'd come to see him. I think it was probably the one moment I can point to in Jimmy's career and say like that was Jimmy's moment, and that was his one moment.
He is the guy that people love to boo. He comes in and he plays his character so well that they enjoy booing him. And no one really has that down like Nate has, and that is going to be sorely missed. And from a friendship point and a fan of Nate Dooley, I'm going to miss that.
I think Nate leaving will sort of leave a big hole in EPW. I don't think a lot of people realise how much or how important the role and the character that he plays is.
Nate cannot be replaced. There is no one who can do what he can do. I believe he is the best at what he does in this country, and he will be sorely missed.
Nate leaving to me means that I'm going to lose a friend and a guy that I could always come and ask for advice.
He bleeds EPW. It means a great deal to him, and he's not afraid to let anybody know that. Literally, Nate is the heart and soul of EPW, and you don't just go replacing guys like that.
Jimmy going, especially I think for the wrestlers, he's one guy that everyone looks up to and respects, and they respect him for one reason, because he is simply fantastic and a top-class wrestler.
Some other people are going to have to step up to fill his shoes. He's going to leave quite a legacy.
EPW is losing one of its big main event wrestlers, one of its champions, one of the guys that really helped put EPW where it is today.
I will miss Jimmy Payne just being able to hang out in the locker room. I will also miss getting to witness the awesome matches he puts on show after show after show.
When the real hard work needs to be done, when they ask for that extra special effort and they need someone who can feel the moment and take their game to another level, that is when Jimmy's going to be most sorely missed.
You can leave knowing that you both are at the very top of your game, and you're going out with your heads held high. And thank you, and we miss you.
First and foremost, it would be the thanks. You guys, I'm really going to miss you guys, and it is sad to see you go, but good luck.
It's going to be sad to see you both go, from the two guys that were at the very beginning with us to where we are now. You helped us get there. Like, you guys did that. That was you. So you really need to be proud of yourselves.
The catchphrase says, leaving it all in the ring. Nate and Jim didn't just leave it all in the ring. They gave everything they had every single day that they were involved in EPW. And I think not a lot of people can say that. These guys have been here from day one, and this place will absolutely never be the same.
And maybe, just maybe, this story can have a fairy tale finish too.